What's up folks, my name is Felix, welcome back to this video, and today we want to talk about the collapse of the Farm of Fortune, the flagship project of the Fortune Hunters ecosystem. There have been some DDoS attacks in the last 2 days on all of the projects of the Fortune Hunter ecosystems, or basically on the websites of them. And now the Farm of Fortune has been closed for some reasons. We want to take a look in this video on what happened exactly, what did the investors, how are the statistics looking, and in the end, what is the conclusion on all of this and how they will go forward in the future. So first, what exactly happened? As I already mentioned, they had a DDoS attack and the homepage of the Farm of Fortune and all the other projects basically looked like this: page not found. So you couldn't do any reinvestments, claims, or deposits on the homepages because they were just not reachable. There were some ways around. You could go to Moonark or through the contract, but most of the people are not familiar with that. And I think even that the team put a lot of effort in communicate on how you can reinvest your profits or withdraw or deposit. Most of the people, most of the investors in the Farm of Fortune especially, are not able to do that because those guys are not educated enough. And most of the other people, so basically around 85%, 90% of who knew how to do that, drained the contract. But we want to go step by step that you understand the whole process. So first of all, what exactly is a DDoS attack? At a DDoS attack, there is sent a lot of data, a lot of requests to a single website. Here in this case, to all of the 5 Fortune Hunter project websites. And the website couldn't handle all these requests, and then the website went down and the page looked like I showed you before. Now the websites are online again, but the contract balance of the Farm of Fortune is at 0. And this of course has a reason. The team did an announcement on it and they wrote that the Farm of Fortune was closed for now because basically Nelson, one of the team members, wrote this in this text here. He said that they stopped the injections of Farm of Fortune from their revenue streams from their staking pool and PancakeSwap and all the other platforms because the reinvestment rate was down to 10 to 15%. That basically means 85 or 90% of the people just withdrew from the contract. And we will go to the Dune dashboard statistics in a second. For now, we want to take a look at the official announcement of the team. So they stopped the injections and the Farm of Fortune is basically done for now. Tonight there will be an AMA in their Telegram group. I will upload this video at around 5 or 6 p.m. UTC, and I think the AMA will be around an hour later. And you should, if you have invested in the Farm of Fortune, join that AMA to get all the information, because they said they will refund the people who have invested and not reached their ROI yet, but they don't know yet if it will be 100% or if the people will get special access to a new project or whatever it will be. But I'm pretty sure the team and the community will find a way to get together and to refund all the investors which have not reached their ROI yet. One thing I wanted to add at this point, which I'm not comfortable with, that's also the reason why I personally was not invested in the Farm of Fortune. So the Farm of Fortune, to get into the history, started at the 10th of October last year. And the real hype was coming in the first part of January. That we can see on the Dune dashboard. It was basically right here, the end of December and the start of January. That was the point where all the rug people from the AI trading bot projects and all the other projects who failed went into the Farm of Fortune and all the other projects of the Fortune Hunters ecosystem because they saw it as a safe haven. And the echo which came from the community, I'm not quite sure if it also came from the team, was that it's a zero Ponzi project, or at least just 10 to 20% Ponzi. And that's, if we now take a look at the Farm of Fortune and how that went down, is basically not the truth. If it was a 0% Ponzi project, they would easily be able to do injections into the Farm of Fortune contract without being worried that it would be drained by the whales, by the early investors and by all the later investors. But that's just not the case, and that shows very clear that there were Ponzinomics behind it and they couldn't sustain it without the people doing their 50-50 or 75-25 strategy. So basically putting back 50% of their withdrawal amount into the project, bringing out new projects like the Fortune Miner, where I personally invested in to sustain especially the Farm of Fortune, because a part of the deposits from the Fortune Miner went directly to the contract of the Farm of Fortune and in their revenue streams. And it seemed like, or still seems, that a lot of people think that the Farm of Fortune would go forever. And now we can very clearly see that it was completely up to the community. The success of the project and of course of the whole Fortune Hunters ecosystem is completely up to the community. And so don't get me wrong, all the other 4 projects of the ecosystem, the Cake of Fortune, the Elk of Fortune, the Mischief of Fortune, and the Fortune Miner, are still doing very good. So there is no need to be concerned about them. And the team, I'm 100% sure that they are working their ass off to get those refunds and to help all the investors which haven't reached their ROI. At least this is my impression from the team, since I'm following the Fortune Hunters in the early stages of January more intensively. But there are risks involved in every single ecosystem and every single project. And as we saw, a single DDoS attack for 2 days, which manipulated all the website of the Fortune Hunters ecosystem, led to a downfall of the Farm of Fortune, because all the investors, or the majority, started to withdraw, and injections from the revenue stream wouldn't have helped at this point. Now we want to take a deeper look into the statistics, especially on the contract balance analysis, because we already saw that the contract balance was decreasing since the 12th of March. That was the first day where we saw a daily net after some green days again, and then there was a big red day on the 18th of March, and then also on the 19th of March, until the contract balance reached 0 because they did no more injections and there were no new deposits coming in. And if we scroll down and take a look at the wallet ROI pie chart, we can see that only 30% of the Farm of Fortune investors are ROI'd. So there are 70% of the people who invested in the Farm of Fortune which haven't got back their ROI yet. And all these people are now, maybe you who are watching this video right now are one of them, hoping that they will get refunded at least a decent percent of their ROI, or have some advantages in future projects, or whatever it will be. As already mentioned, all of this will hopefully get announced today in the AMA in the Telegram group. The second Dune dashboard which I wanted to show you in this video is the one of Mischief of Fortune, because I want to make it very clear here in this video, there is no need to panic right now, because we saw the same trend in Mischief of Fortune as we saw in the Farm of Fortune. We saw a daily net of minus 40,000 USDC, so people are panicking because of the website going down. And in my opinion, those are not the people, the early investors, the OG of the ecosystem, those guys who already went in the Cake of Fortune, in the Elk of Fortune. Those are the newer guys. Those are the guys who jumped in here on January or in late February. The people who have not ROI'd yet, most of the time were overinvested and thought that the Fortune Hunters ecosystem was the safe haven now and they couldn't lose money in any way. And we saw that it's not the case. Again, there are risks to every single ROI dev out there. Even if there is a solid team behind it and they are working their ass off to get a good product out to the people, where everyone has the chance and the opportunity to earn, but this only works as long as the community plays by the rules, and that's what not happened in the last days. So to round this up right here, to make this video not that negative, I'm pretty sure Craig and his team will find a way to refund the people, and I believe that the Fortune Hunters ecosystem will come back stronger as it was before, because the community is still there, and as the team does the right things, the community will stay loyal to them. And all that don't believe in the Fortune Hunters ecosystem and in the team will be washed out at this point, hopefully, and move on to a different project where they hopefully not get rugged. Would be great to hear your opinion about all of that. If you don't want to miss any future update videos on the Farm of Fortune or other potentially promising DeFi projects, you might want to subscribe to my channel. I bring those videos at least every second day. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Let's get this crypto.